And up, it paused for a moment. There we are. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, depending upon where you are in the world. Welcome, welcome. Facebook is taking a moment here to catch up as always. All right, they have caught up. I'm going to go ahead and pin my comment here. Give me a sec. There we go. There we go. All right. So it's Thursday night, Table Talk Thursdays. I am Elyse Ann Psychic, the Psychic Liaison, bridge to the unseen. And as I'm waiting for people to catch up and Facebook to catch up, I'm going to pull this up on my tablet so that I can follow. Um, there we go. Looks like we're starting to catch up now here. We got people finally found me. Facebook was a little behind there. I guess we get impatient as we're waiting for it to come up, right? So good evening, good evening. Let me know you're here. Say hello. We're going to talk about negative versus positive energy tonight. So I'm really excited. I'm looking for the regular faces to show up. And let's see, what am I going to entertain everyone with? Hello, Angela. Hello, Sandy. Welcome. I was wondering what if I was going to have to get up and do a, soft shoe, little dance or something. No, no, no. Anyhow, I also am having problems with my tablet tonight. I love technology. There it goes. It's catching up. Hello, Brittany. You've never been online for the table talk. Well, I think you're going to have a lot of fun. We have a blast. We really do. We have a lot of fun with it. It's about the interaction. It's about you guys, making your comments, asking questions. It's an interactive experience. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Okay. So, let me know you're here. I see there's more people here. Some of you just like to stop in and listen. But I'd love to know if you're here, even watching or listening. Let me know if you choose to. We should all dance. That's right, Angela. I have to tell you, I used to listen to music all the time. And I went through this phase where I guess it just kind of phased out of my life for a while. I'm not even sure why. And I started probably about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, playing music all the time. I like my oldies, I like my rock, classic rock and all that. And I am loving it. My mood has just changed. It's great. It's great. So yes, we should all dance all the time, all the time. All right. So hello, Joshua. You're happy to just tune in and gather information. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here. Amy, thank you for sharing this out. And yes, please, everybody, go ahead and share this to your timeline publicly and also any groups that you're part of. Let's bring some more people in here. The more, the merrier. I'm looking to just reach out and to as many people as possible. It's all about helping everyone. So I'm really excited about that. Um, I'm sorry, I'm making a face at my tablet because it's not feeding me any messages, any of the comments. So, all right, it's gonna be interesting here to get through tonight. All right, I think I'm on the laptop only because my hi Allison, hi Amber, and I didn't say hi to Cindy Rose. I don't think so. Hi Cindy Rose. Hello. Oh, good, Amber. You got the link from Amy. Awesome. Awesome. All right, you guys. So let's talk about negative versus positive energy. We did this last week. We had some conversation about it. And tonight, we might go over the same. I don't usually remember from one week to the next, what specifically was said. But I know um, uh, I wanted to talk a little bit more tonight. Hi, Nina. Hello. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Mario. All right, before I get started, Sandra Johnson. Hi, sweetheart. Glad you're joining us. I just want to make everyone aware, and I hope everyone will stay, though. It's a lot of fun. Tonight, Thursday nights, every Thursday, I do Table Talk Thursdays. Okay, the psychic mini readings are scheduled for Wednesdays live every week at 11 a.m. Arizona time. I also jump on from time to time and do last minute psychic mini reading lives. So, but tonight is our Table Talk Thursday every week. And so, what I want to suggest to everyone, please go ahead, make sure you're following and liking my Elyse Ann Psychic page and that your notifications are set at favorites. That way, you'll get notifications of when I go live. So, tonight, I think we had talked about one of the things I did not get the opportunity to really talk about, and I think I said hi to Allison. Hi, Allison. My tablet's acting very weird. It's just not flowing with the comments. So I'm going to be using my laptop with the comments on the side. So hopefully I won't lose anybody's comments. I'm going to do my best. Every once in a while, I notice it just kind of goes away. So, Amber, thank you so much for sharing this out. I do appreciate it. And hopefully some more people will join us and learn about this wonderful topic. Because tonight, we talked about negative versus positive energy last week and in regards, I guess, to our life and how we look at things. And thank you, Amber. I'm excited you're here too. And I never did quite get to talking about negative versus positive energy with the metaphysical world, I guess I would say. The psychic world, the metaphysical world, the intuitive world, if you will. And I want to talk about it a little bit tonight because obviously all of you are here because you're aware I'm a psychic and you're aware of the work I do. So you obviously are open to it. You have some ideas about it. Some of you are further along in, your journey and your knowledge than other people. But this is a thing that I know that a lot of people aren't really necessarily aware of. And that is hi, Sandy, I'm doing well. Thank you. I hope you're doing well from your surgery, sweetheart. Um, I've spent a lot of years training myself, if you will. I had a mentor, but I really found my way on my own. And when any of us, we're all energy, right? And so when we're out there in the world, we are interacting energetically, which means we're open up to the energetic world. When we're doing our psychic work, or if you're working with cards yourself, oracle cards, a pendulum, runes, whatever you may use, or you just sit down, quiet and connect in with spirit, it's really important to be aware and that there are all types of energy out there. Okay. Some people use the term good and bad, evil, and I don't care for those words at all. I don't look at it as good or bad. I look at it as positive or negative. That's really how I look at it, or a lower vibration versus a higher vibration. So um I'm getting like five thoughts at once. That's why I hesitate for a moment. I was starting to go this way and then three other things come in. So one thing at a time. So the fact of the matter is when we're opening up to the universal one energy, all the different vibrations are there. Okay. So why am I saying this? People will sometimes say, "Oh, I'm going to take my cards out and I'm going to play with them." And I'm like, in my head thinking, well, it's not really a play thing, because once we do something like this, we start to open up to it. We're opening up again. I know I keep repeating this, to all that energy that's out there. And so it's important for you to discern and understand that we are exposed to all of that energy. It's just, what are we going to focus on first of all? Number one, yes, those lower vibrations are there. Some people might call them ghosts. Some might call them poltergeists. Some might call them evil, bad. There's all kinds of words that can conjure up images, right? And I will say that some of them are an interesting vibration. I'll put it that way. I've had some experiences. But the point is that I don't focus on it. And why am I bringing this up to you? Because it's the same thing just in general, not just with the psychic work or opening up your intuition, but what are you going to focus on in your life, period? Hi, Angel Heart. Welcome, welcome. Right. Okay, very cool. Mina, hello. All right. You call them spirits. Okay, Sarah. Yes, and it's interesting because spirits could have different meanings in some ways. Because I call my team my spirit team, but those are all the higher vibrations: the angelic realm, God source, the I am, Christ consciousness. Teachers, masters, spirit guides, always the highest vibrations. And so I'm going to kind of split off and do kind of two conversations at once almost. In the spiritual psychic world, These lower vibrations exist, and they look for people who are of the light, who are open and are of the light, because they are more of the darker side, right? So why am I bringing this up? It's not to scare you. It's not for you to go, oh my gosh, there's all these terrible, energies out there and I better be very scared. No, it's not about that. It's about, first of all, you can know they're there, but you don't have to give them any power. We have lots of tools like Archangel Michael or angels, clearing mantras, all kinds of things that we can call in to help us with that energy, that lower vibrational energy. And again, I know I kind of started out in the psychic realm, but this also just holds true in life. Okay, you're going through life, and a lot of you are open to the psychic part of things. You experience it, you feel it, you see it, you hear it, you sense it, whatever it may be. And sometimes, yes, it might be an energy that does not feel comfortable to you. Usually that means it's of a lower vibration. Again, there's nothing to be scared of. Just be aware. And you have every right to ask that energy to leave. Universal law states that they must listen and they must leave. Now, with love, no anger. And the other piece is, if you feel you cannot handle it alone, thank you so much, Carissa, for sharing. Hi, sweetheart. Um, if you feel like you cannot handle it alone, okay, or if you don't even want to try, just call in Archangel Michael. All right, really, really important, because I've had experiences where I alone, no matter how much I've trained, I alone, there were a couple times that I was confronted that I needed to call in Archangel Michael. And as soon as I called in Archangel Michael, everything was just, really cool. Great. No problem. So just be aware that when we're dealing with these energies, that they are of all different types. And just to reassure all of you, every day I do my work to connect with the highest vibrations. And you too can do that too. That's why a lot of you have probably heard me talk about a white light bubble, white light energy bubble, and that alone can help to keep a lot of that negative energy away from you. So it's really important too that you can do that every day for yourself. So again, I'm kind of doing this multifaceted. Now, if you are looking to bump up your own abilities, or looking to kind of open up to that world a little bit more, again, I bring this up just for your awareness, not to scare you, because it's, knowledge is power, as they say. So if you know that these energies exist, it's not for you to look around for them and wonder where they are. No, you connect in with the highest vibrations, the angelic realm and all of that. Pardon me, but be aware, if you ever feel uncomfortable, it's time to call in some help with that. So I strongly suggest setting intentions whenever you're going to start on this little path. If you're opening up, looking to hear messages from spirit, wanting to work with divination tools, whatever it may be, just at least take a few minutes every day and put it out there that you're connecting with your highest vibrational beings. Okay. And that's going to help you with a lot of the negative energy that does swirl around, I guess you would say. Now, Sarah said she calls them spirits. Some people, I've been asked in the past about ghosts. And what are ghosts? Let's talk about that. Um, Ghosts really are just souls that don't realize that they passed away. Usually, it's someone who is either been on drugs, maybe heavily alcoholic, traumatic, traumatic experience or accident, some trauma, major trauma happened, and it happens so quick they don't even realize. And so it's not so much that they're there to scare us, it's just they're trying, multiple reasons why. They don't know they're supposed to cross to the light, and they're just trying to figure out what the heck they're doing and where they are. So lots of times, if you feel their spirits around you, you can just say, hey, go to the light, go to the white light, look for the white light, ask their angels to come in, or the angels to come in and escort them to the white light. All right. Or it could be, I know I've heard of stories where these, if you, again, ghosts, quote unquote, I'm doing the little finger, quotes. Um, Sometimes, again, also because they don't realize that they have passed, they may be looking for family members. So these hauntings and these things that we hear about, I'm not saying they don't exist, but I'm also saying let's try not to look at the, any fear factor with it. They're just souls that are lost, really, as far as I believe. Now, it brings me to a whole nother topic that I wasn't even going to bring up tonight. Well, it's under this energy thing. Let's talk about psychic attacks. I heard it and I wasn't even going to bring it up, but a lot of people believe in this. They believe that there's psychic attacks and the energy and oh my gosh and evil and if you're attacked psychically you're evil. I mean I've heard all kinds of things and I'm sorry it's not a laughing matter but it's just some of the things I've heard make me almost comical. Um, First of all, do they exist? Well, I'm going to say yeah they do exist to a certain point. But again, it has to do with the soul is just in trauma and doesn't know what it's supposed to do. Okay. But there again, I've known people that's all they focus on. That's all they talk about. Yes, they are stuck, Amy. Exactly. Hi, Linda. Welcome. And yes, stuck between two worlds. Hi, Denise. Welcome. Hi, Will. Hello, Elizabeth. Hi, everyone. Okay, so psychic attacks, there too, it kind of just sits in the same realm. You can call upon Archangel Michael, you can call upon your angels. You don't have to play into it. You have a right to ask it, the spirit, to leave. All right. So it's really, really, really important. So, how do we segue into, everyday life with that? Well, it is, again, like I said earlier, the same kind of idea. What perspective, which direction are you going to focus on? You're going to focus on the negative or the positive? Because we can focus on whichever direction we choose, and our life will follow suit. Okay. And life, when we look only at the negative, or we tend to be very much in the negative space, it's very, very difficult to find happiness, to find joy, or to feel joy, I should say, or to feel happy. You think you are, but you're not truly, because you're looking at everything as a negative thing. So where's the happiness and the joy in that? We all have known those people, I don't know, I may be dating myself. I don't know, SNL, Saturday Night Live, Debbie Downer. Okay. I don't know if any of you know that skit, that character, I should say. She was always looking at the negative side of things and always saying very negative things and pulling everybody down. And that's what we can do to ourselves every day in life if we're just looking at the negative, if we're looking at everything that's going wrong or the things we don't like. I've lived that life back in the day, so I know all about it. Okay. I grew up in a very negative household, so I know all about it. And I know that through a lot of work and almost uh, refiguring, recalibrating, refiguring, just shifting everything in my thought processes. I look at things most of the time. I'm still human, but most of the time in a very positive slant. And I have to say I'm happier than I've ever been. And that doesn't mean my life got stuff going on. Woo! But Carissa, don't laugh. And okay, no laughing at that. Carissa, actually, she and I know each other personally. Anyhow, we're just talking about that today. So I got things going on in my private world, but you see me, I'm happy. This is not fake. I'm happy because I choose to focus more on what the positive things. It doesn't mean I'm neglecting anything or that I don't need to deal with any of that. Yes, I have been. But I've chosen to look at the positive side of things. And there are different ways of looking at it. This is segueing into a whole nother kind of the same topic but different. Also, it's interesting the way this is going tonight. I had no idea what I was going to talk about other than a little bit of the psychic, lower and higher vibrations. Give me a second. Let me read a few of these comments here, and then I'll keep moving on with the topic here and where we're going. So Sarah Schofield says, I've been told souls that they don't realize they are dead or have unfinished business that hold them here. Yes. Yes, very true. That is very, very true. So, the rattling of the chains or the doors or whatever, it's not really truly to scare us. They're looking for someone or something. It can be scary though, from, our human side of things, of course. I have stories that would probably make your hair stand on end. It made my hair stand on end in the moment, but I'm still here to talk about it. So I've had some experiences for sure, and that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I have dealt with those lower vibrations. I have been confronted with them. I have been faced with them. Okay. And Archangel Michael is my best friend. So there's a lot of different energies out there. But again, I don't let that dictate my life. I don't keep looking at every corner. Where's the negative? Where's no? Because what we focus on, we're going to draw to ourselves. It's another reason why focusing our perspective more on the positive than the negative. What are we going to draw to ourselves? What we focus on, we draw to ourselves. Oh yeah, darn right. I know, I've done it to myself too. I only laugh because what else are you gonna do? Okay, so my mother always used to say I could either laugh or cry. I choose to laugh. So sometimes it's what it takes, right? Anyhow, so it's really about choosing a perspective. Now that's kind of taking me into warriors, people who worry and are concerned a lot. But a lot of it, hi June, I'm glad you made it, sweetheart. A lot of it, kind of sits in the same stance of that. You know, how are we going to help ourselves? We do have a choice. And some of you are probably there saying, I think I said hi to Denise. I just want to make sure that isn't what you're all saying, but some of you were sitting there saying, but how do I do that? I've always, I've always looked at the negative side of things. I don't know how to do it. Last week I gave, I believe it was last week, I gave the train analogy on one of the tools that we can use, or I should say the train visualization exercise, I guess really is what I would call it more than anything, or method, however you want to term it. So if you want me to repeat it tonight, let me know. If somebody wasn't, I know quite a few of you weren't here last week, but it has to do with how to train the mind to go into a different to look at things differently, a different perspective. And there's definitely tools you can help yourself with. I was not always positive. I was very, very, very negative. Everything was negative. Everything. Okay. So if I can do it, you can do it. It just takes a little bit of effort, practice, awareness, and retraining. And so try it maybe even for a week, you guys. Try it for a week. Just make a concerted effort to really look at things from the positive standpoint and see how your mood might shift some. Now, I already felt like some of you were going to get frustrated. It's not an exercise to frustrate you at all. It is an exercise for you to start recognizing and becoming into awareness, probably a lot more than you really are aware of, how much you may be um, forming everything into a negative. It's not only your words, your actions, but it's the thought process too. And so it truly is a retraining, and it can be done. It definitely can be done. So I want to encourage you, if you're someone who grew up negative or just have a negative slant on things, do your best to kind of shift it and look at things from positive. I believe everything negative has a positive. And let me say hi to a few people, and then there's something I want to talk about. It's the spiritual versus the human side of things. I want to get into that a little bit. I'm surprised because I didn't think I was tonight, but hey, Spirit's bringing it up. So that tells me we're supposed to discuss it tonight. All right, let me say hi to a few other people here. Yes, Mabel, laughter is healing. If you notice, I laugh a lot. I love to laugh. I have to have humor in my life. Hi, Leanne. Hello. Hello, Dana. Thank you, June. You like how I word things. Thank you so much. I've practiced an awful lot, sweetheart. I'm telling you, I literally used to be everything negative. Everything. It's the only perspective I had, negativity. So, yeah, it's just, I can't even begin to tell you how worthwhile it is, you guys. All right, let me see. So Cindy Rose, you want me to repeat the train visualization method? Okay, I will do that in a minute. Oh, Brittany says the same thing. You struggle getting out of your head, stuck on negative narrative and years of trauma. Angela wants to hear the train too. Okay, yes, Amy, right brain, left brain connection, which will change how the brain fires. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, let me give you this visualization method that I used for quite a long time that really helped me once I got into some awareness. And Brittany, honey, I'm right with you, honey. I'm a survivor. So my foundation, is based in a lot of negativity amongst everything else that was in my upbringing, that everything was looked at from a negative standpoint. So I get it. Yeah. I was stuck for decades. Okay. So I get it. Okay. I do. The struggle is real and I get it. But there are ways to work with it. And more importantly, I'm going to give you the train visualization method, but I want each of you to understand, please remember this: have grace and compassion with yourself during this time that you're choosing possibly to shift your perspective and shift how you look at things and word things, and moving from an absolute negative perspective to a positive perspective, because if it was that easy, we'd all do it overnight. Okay, so all I'm trying to say is, if we're plugged in to the negative plug, that's all we know. And to expect ourselves to just be able to, on a in a snap, change it, you're already setting yourself up for defeat. Excuse me, everyone, I'm so sorry. Pardon me, my allergies, as we know. So the most important thing, because I know I tripped up with this an awful lot in my world when I really started growing and really looking at everything spiritually and my own path. Used to drive, I literally would drive myself nuts, you guys. I'm negative to begin with. I'm a survivor, so I don't have a good foundation of building myself up or anything of that sort. And all I would hear spiritual leaders say is, be positive, got to be positive. Don't be negative, be positive, be positive. Say it this way, do this, do it that way, do it this way. And when I'd screw up, I'd be all over myself. Like, you're supposed to be positive. What are you doing? And then I realized, okay, this isn't working. This is making matters worse. So one of the things that I joyously added into everything was grace and compassion for myself. I started giving myself the leeway that I deserved. If I wasn't taught any differently, how could I know to do anything differently? So during the retraining process, I gave myself a lot of grace. And if I messed up, okay, quote unquote messed up, then I just recognized it. I didn't get upset. I didn't get angry. I didn't say give myself a berating or any of that sort. I just said, okay, there it is. I acknowledged it. And then I finished up with the exercise of what I can do. So let me get into that visualization. I keep calling it an exercise. It's really kind of a visualization method, if you will. Hello, Linda. Welcome. Let me see what Will says before I get into it. It took me some serious work and constant frustration, but I finally got there almost a year since I started changing my mindset. It is constant work every day, but well worth it. Will, well, well worth it. Oh, yes, my dear. Keep working it, and you're going to find happiness just there. All right. And it can be constant work, but once it becomes ingrained, once you've retrained yourself, hopefully it's not going to be constant work, but it does take time. If we're undoing how many ever years of doing it one way, and that's the only way we know, we have to kind of undo all that and then redo it in a different way, if that makes sense. So Linda, thank you for that. I've been trying to shift from negative to positive, but today I had a bad day, staying focused and felt bad because of it. Oh, I'm sorry you had a bad day, sweetheart. Grace, again, we're going to say, Grace, you're human, sweetheart. Yeah. Okay. Brittany says, I totally identify. Then negative about messing up positively. Oh my God. That's why you guys will always hear me say, I am a huge, I mean like 1,000,000,000%, whatever, huge advocate of this as follows. Most spiritually, or a lot of spiritual leaders just keep saying we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And that's it. That's where they stop it. But 1,000,000,000%, there we go. I made up a new word, you guys, or a new number, 1,000,000,000%. Um, Not only are we a spiritual being having a human experience, we're definitely a human being having a spiritual experience too. Okay, they're both they're both real. They're both very real to us. So the most beautiful gift I gave myself, and I'm not kidding you, during this transition and changing everything and shifting everything, is to say that to myself. So I allow the human side to exist along with my spiritual side. Is it sometimes a tightrope? Absolutely. But the more you work it, the more it just kind of becomes natural. So always remember, you are not only a spiritual being having a human experience, you are a human being having a spiritual experience. So give yourself that grace. If you were meant to be perfect already, if you were perfect, you wouldn't be living an earthly life right now. It's just that simple. So, it really just comes down to that. So, let me finally here. Let me read a couple more of the comments. I know I'm getting to the train visualization method. Just hang tight, you guys. I know you're waiting there with bated breath. I know, but hold on, we're getting there. Um, Mario, I have such a hard time not being hard on myself about anything. Hello, welcome to my world from the past. Mario, I understand it. And a lot of it, you guys, it comes down to really going through some healing. To be honest, gosh, I could probably do a whole month seminar on all of this, to be honest. Because I've walked the journey myself, you guys. I kid you not, I'm a survivor. And on top of that, I was a psychic, so nobody understood me. I was always too emotional. I'm an empath. I was always too sensitive. I was raised very negatively without a lot of self-worth and value instilled in me. And so I lived that life. Everything I did, I was hard on myself. But through the process of healing and learning to love, that will dissipate. So just keep that in mind. I know the struggle is real. I don't know why that saying has become like on my tip of my tongue like the last 2 days. The struggle is real. I don't know. I don't know why that keeps coming out of my mouth. I gotta check that because I don't want to. I don't want spirit to think that I think I'm in a struggle because I'm not. There we go. Okay, that's my own little thing, right? See, so that was, hey, there you go. I was in awareness, right? That's all it takes because the struggle is real tends to be more of a can sit more in the negative aspect of things, right? So there you go, all the work I've done, I'm still coming out with this. I'm human. I'm not mad at myself. It's just okay. That was a sign to me. What is it that I still have to look at? What's that breadcrumb that's sitting there? Or what is bothering me? Whatever it is, right? So that's what I mean, by about being in awareness. It's not to sit there and be diligent. Every single thing that you're saying, you got to think about it. No, but start asking yourself and asking your team to help you be in awareness because we have to first know that we're doing it. And then the second step to changing it is being in awareness when we do it. And then there's steps to take from there. All right. So, uh, oh, okay, Joshua, you were saying that to Danielle. Okay. Oh, Joshua, that's so sweet. You said to Danielle, listen and ask. Elyse has beautiful insight. Thank you, sweetheart. That's very sweet of you. Okay, Will says, I guess I should reword the constant work. It isn't so much work for me now as it was back then. Like easier for me, more of a go with the flow until I catch myself once in a blue moon. That's what I was just talking about. Okay, going back to old patterns and then I clear and reset. Beautiful, Will. You got it. Awesome. I love that. Hi, Linda Lou. I'm glad you're here. You just got off a client's webinar and you're finally here. Well, I'm glad you're here. And for everyone, just so you know, in case you missed any of this or you want to rewatch it, All my lives, whether it's the psychic mini readings, my table talk Thursdays, whatever, they all get posted on my page. So you can always go back and rewatch. Okay. So, and I just want to say, because I know there's some new faces here today, or I should say new names. You can see my face. I can't necessarily see yours. I just want to, first of all, welcome. I'm so glad you're here joining us. And I hope that you will like and follow my Elyse Ann Psychic page and put your notifications at favorites. That way you'll get notifications. And when I do go live, I have my Thursday, Table Talk Thursdays. I do psychic mini reading lives. I have scheduled on Wednesday. I have last minute ones I do. I post channeled messages, card messages on Mondays and Fridays. I post inspirational things. I just post whatever it is that can help you along your journey. So please go ahead and make sure you're following and liking my page. And that way you can take advantage of all of it. All right. And I don't want to forget, I know it's Table Talk Thursdays, but don't forget, I still have a couple seats for my Zoom event tomorrow evening, the gallery style psychic reading event. So I just want to throw that out there and let you guys know that there's still a couple seats left. And so go to my website, ElyseAnnPsychic.com, and you can reserve your spot. That's happening tomorrow at 4 p.m. Arizona time, Pacific Standard Time. So, all right, cool. Okay, so here we go. June says, but don't you need to love yourself first? I think June, I'm not sure we can actually separate it. When it comes to a lot of this, it's kind of big ball of wax. One begets the other, which then begets the other, which then begets the other. So I think that part of the healing is learning to love ourselves more, but it doesn't mean that we can't necessarily make all these shifts along the way. I've been on a healing journey for a long time. I've done some heavy lifting in my healing journey, very much so. But along the time I was healing from I'm a survivor, so healing all kinds of things. I was also working on all these other things at the same time, shifting my perspective, being more positive, just everything that I've put into place and living, I would say I believe that I am living a fairly spiritual life at this point. That's the way I see it. It doesn't mean I'm not saying, oh, look at me, I'm so much better. No, I just mean to me, there's spiritual laws, your spirit way of being spiritual about things. I'm a psychic. I live in that realm. That's my world. Okay. But it is just, it's a progression. It's progress. It's a journey and it's a progression, I guess I would say. All right. Okay. To be able to change negative to positive. Oh, that was the other part of it. I didn't see that, Jude. No, you don't have to necessarily love yourself first. I'll still say the same thing. I think it's all intertwined, intermingled. Which came first, the egg, the chicken or the egg? I guess almost. It's all part of the big picture. All right. Um, Dana, dreams. Maybe we'll look at doing dreams next week. Let me take a look at that. What does everybody think about that? About dreams, maybe. I'm not an expert in any way, shape, or form, but it could be a lot of fun for us to talk about that. I think it would be. And yes, June, great point there. When you wake up, write it down. That is a good way of doing it. Um, Mario, it's to the point of not believing anyone, even they compliment me. I'm healing just slowly. You know what, Mario? It's okay. You're healing exactly the way you're supposed to heal. All right, honey? Don't rush it. Don't say how come I'm not further along. We're not going to go into any of that. My journey, it took me a very long time, and I still have things, and I'm not a young chicken anymore. I'm not old, but I'm not a young chicken anymore. So I can tell you, it's worth the day you arrive. Not like that someday you arrive, but it's kind of like a slang thing. The day you arrive, you're gonna look back and go, "Darn, it was so worth it." I'm telling you, just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Okay, Elizabeth, I've been working on being self-aware and allowing myself to accept my flaws. Yes, yes. Exactly. That's another piece. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have so much to say. All of a sudden, I'm like, I could go in 5 different directions. All right. But yes, we're perfect. I do this every time. We're perfectly imperfect human beings. We all have our hangups, though. Even though I can say that, I got some of my own stuff that I still am hitting up against sometimes. So I get it. But do I get mad at myself? Do I hold it against myself? Do I say, how come? No, I just say, okay. Let's work on that. All right. So, Dana, we love you. Oh, sweetheart, we love you. I love you guys too. Thank you. I just love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, sweetheart. Linda Lou, I was always in trouble for being the why child. Oh, you're one of those, are you? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hi, Cassandra. How are you, honey? Sandy, hi. Okay, you know what? Before I go into any more of the comments, because I could probably go the rest of the time on the comments, let me give you you're all been waiting, like you're like, oh, finally the collective, oh, finally. Okay, here we go. This is the train visualization method. This is what I did for a long time to help myself. And it did wonders. So when I recognize that I'm in a negative space, or I've said something negative, or I thought something negative, I visualize. Okay, there are two trains. I visualize myself on the negative train. I'm literally on that train. So I see myself on that train. I walk off the train. Now, I like the old fashioned with the steps down. I don't like the flat platforms. Okay, that's just me. So I walk down my steps. I cross the platform, and sitting on the other side of the platform is my positive train. And I walk up my steps and I get on that positive train. Once I'm on that positive train, I re pardon me, I reword or rethink whatever it was that I had put in the negative. I did forget one little step, though, a very, very, very important step. When you do catch yourself in a negative, first thing to be done is cancel, clear, delete, delete. People use different things. I usually say cancel, clear, delete, cancel, clear, delete, whatever feels right for you. But why do we want to do that? Don't forget that stuff's really important. I can't believe I didn't even say that to begin with. Because when we have a thought or those words, we send out the energetic message. Okay, it's a vibration and it gets sent out there. And spirit's standing there waiting with your catcher's mitt. And so when we say cancel, clear, delete, delete, however you want to say it, it stops that energy. It stops that energy from being sent. All right. And it neutralizes it. It takes it, it makes it, it's gone. And then that's when we then go ahead and get off that negative train, cross the platform, get on the positive train. We reword it, rethink it. Why is that part important? Some of you may say, oh, I deleted it. What's the difference then? Why do I have to reword it? It's all part of rewiring and retraining your brain, because we have to feed it different nutrients, if you will, in order for it to grow from that space, if that makes sense. All right, I'm not trying to get too fancy with my analogies, but that's what came out. So I hope that made sense to you guys. Just make sure, do the step by step. Does it take a little bit of work? Yes. The rewards, priceless. What is that? MasterCard commercial? But seriously, I can't tell you enough. Some of the things that I've handled recently in my world, in my personal world, I got all kinds of stuff going on. And sometimes I just go, wow, you're just like, you're managing it, you're handling it. This would have taken you out even 3 years ago, man. You would have been flat. So it's all worth it, it's all worth it. So, all right. Sandy Friend says, I try to think and stay positive, but everyone's negativity around me drains me. And I have a hard time staying grounded and positive. Yes, there are people that have that struggle. The struggle, it I was said it again, struggle is real. All right. There are people that are confronted with that, and it is difficult. The one thing, again, I'll go back to the white light bubble. And that's going to help you some. Is there a magic bullet on this one? No. Archangel Michael, white light bubble, just keep going in your head over and over and over, saying the positive. And when you hear the people around you being negative, you can also cancel clear for them. You're just going to cancel clear the vibration of that energy even hitting you. That's another reason why to say cancel clear. Because whether we realize it or not, I mean, energy is flowing all the time. We're constantly bombarded by other people's energies. Constantly, the energy in the universe, constantly. So even though we may not consciously be aware of it, it's hitting us on an energetic level. So I know, honey, it's hard. I know. Do your best to kind of you know what's the word I'm looking for? Close it out. Close your ears to it, I guess. It's not quite what I wanted to say, but I think you understand what I mean. Okay. Dana, how do you separate your beliefs of life but losing someone close that causes anger? Um, Dana, I'm not exactly sure. Let me reread that. Let me see if how do you separate your beliefs? I'm not sure what you mean by how do I separate my beliefs or I think, are you asking me how do I handle the emotions, or help me out with that a little bit, Dana, so I can answer it appropriately? I'm not exactly sure. Sorry, sweetheart. All right, Denise. Yes, I agree. Being a survivor and an empath can be a challenge. Oh, yes, my dear love. Story of my life. When I try to overreact, when tired to overreact to everything, it's all about self-love. I agree in many ways, Denise. And that just tells me, you say you overreact to everything. It just tells me you're healing. You're healing. I've done all of this healing. I'm going to tell you guys, there's still every once in a while I will get triggered. Just is. And again, I don't get all angry or upset with myself. I just say, okay, there's still some more to heal. So, yeah, Denise, yeah, I'm with you on both of those too. So I get it. Dream and symbolism would be a lot of fun. Okay, Angel Heart. Okay, Cindy. Okay, cool. Everybody kind of likes it. Natalie. Hi, Natalie. You missed the first half again. Okay, honey. Yeah, rewatch it. Cool. Hi, Sandra Dean. How are you, sweetheart? Well, like I said before, I don't know if you were here when I said it earlier. This will be posted on my page once it's over, so you can rewatch it at any time. All right. And I keep, especially these table talks, I keep them on there because they're all different topics. And uh, appropriate in the moment continues to be appropriate because it's all about the metaphysical. So, all right. Linda Lou, I would ask why. Mom would say because I said so, and then I would ask why again. Drove her and dad absolutely nuts. Yes, a why child can be very difficult. Asking every time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't think Linda Lou did that really. I hold my hand up and say out loud, talk to the hand. Oh, so when somebody's being negative, you do that. But think about this, Linda Lou. Just sit with it and ask yourself, is that a positive or negative reaction? Think about it, sweetheart. I'm not trying to call you out. I'm not trying to make an example of you. Please, I hope you understand that. But you see, this is where we don't recognize it, you guys. It's all these little nuances or these things. Where does it really sit? When we go like this, it's a stop. Like, don't talk to me. See? So, what energy are we putting out there? Just to bring you into an awareness, Linda Lou, nothing else. No criticism, nothing. And that's another thing, by the way, you guys, if you want to really do this seriously, if you have a best friend, a spouse, a mate, whatever that can help you, because believe me, we are not aware of a lot that goes through our minds and comes out of our mouth because it's like breathing. We lots of times don't even think about it. And we don't even realize some of the sayings and things that we say on a fairly regular basis. So if you have someone you trust and you're open enough, maybe you can ask them to, lovingly bring it up to you. If you do go to a space, into a space where you're saying something maybe that's negative and you don't realize it. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I got some more comments here. Let me breeze through these a little bit here. Um, Brittany says, but how do you cancel, clear, delete? Send it to your team. Okay, Brittany, basically it's just saying it. You're putting that out there. Your intention is out there that you're canceling, deleting what it is you started to put out there. So you don't necessarily have to send it anywhere. If you're concerned about that, though, you can always send it to the white light of the universe. The white light of the universe will transmute anything. It makes it neutral. It'll neutralize it. Okay, sweetheart? All right. Love the train analogy. Good, Sandy. I'm so glad. All right. You're welcome. Okay. EFT tapping is very effective for the grief process. Don't know a lot about EFT, but yes, I know about EFT. And yes, some people really, really swear by it. definitely. I've heard some good things. Okay, Angela, I still get triggered too, and now call it a growth detector. I love that. A growth detector. Oh, that's awesome. Not a trigger because it just alerts me to something I need to heal from. Makes it more positive for me. I love that. Growth detector. Angela, I may be taking those words from you. I hope that's okay. I really like that. A growth detector. That's beautiful. Awesome. Okay. Oh, Linda Lou, you say to yourself when your head turns to your own negativity. I see. It's still, though, saying something negative to yourself. So just think about maybe trying to reword it a little bit and changing the way maybe you say it to yourself. Just think about it, honey. Again, whatever works for everybody. There's no judgment here, whatever works. But just remember, whether we're aware or not, every single thought, every single word has a vibration. Okay, so just remember that whether or not you recognize it, there is an energetic vibration that is on a level that cannot be seen by the human eye. All right, so all right, Natalie, I am working on being more open to what spirit brings my way so I can stay positive. Being open of anything will make me handle negativity better. I think and handle any life situations. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, it does, having a more positive attitude, it strengthens us. It gives us some extra it's almost like secret energy almost. I mean, not really, but it's almost like calling it secret energy, and it allows us, it gives us tools. We're better equipped, to look at things and handle life. um I heard the word judgment, so I want to talk about that in the last few minutes of the live tonight. I know we're kind of all over the place here tonight. It's been a lot of fun. And I don't remember what I just said a second ago. That's me. I'm here and I'm listening to spirit, and then I'm like, uh-oh, what just happened? Um, Hold on. Yes, take growth detector because I learned so much from you, love. Thank you, sweetheart. Seriously, you guys, that thought went right out of my head. I have no idea said a moment ago. That's because I was listening to my spirit team some too. Okay, what is it that I did say? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Joshua, though. Well, somebody gives me that answer is what I was going to talk about to finish up. Let me read and see what Joshua says. My daughters, Evelyn and Madison, would like to heal from the loss of our dog, River. We have no idea as to why we came home and found her dead in our driveway. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Joshua. We created a grave of memory and planted a rose bush and a heart-shaped tree stump in memory. I often times say, "Hey, my baby girl, we miss you, and I'm sorry I could not help you in time." Oh, sweetheart, I'm so very sorry for your loss. They're just like family. They're just like family. Thank you, Natalie. Judgment. Thank you, Dana. Well, my personality. I'm a goof, aren't I? Anyhow, if you're friends with me on Facebook, Elyse Ann on my profile, check out my profile, the cover image. I changed it yesterday. I absolutely love it. I think it describes me perfectly. I'm so thrilled. So check it out on Elyse Ann. You can see my cover image that I just changed. Judgment. Yeah, but where was I going with the judgment? Oh, okay. Yep. Thank you. Okay. Judging our life. We all have things that maybe in our life that wish it would be different, wish it went different. But the thing to remember is instead of judging it as a negative thing, yeah, the situation, the emotions, and everything else may just really suck. Being real here, but at the same time, let's not judge it because so many of those things that are the most unpleasant things are your biggest lessons. And so yes, we have to process our emotions. Yes, I get it. All right. But judgment also is negative. It sits in a negative place. It comes from a negative place. Judgment is really saying is something okay or not okay. But isn't it more about it just is and just slanting it into the positive more than anything? So be careful when you think about things too. is really what I'm getting at. I don't think a lot of us are aware of words we may use to describe our life. And it's so funny because I think that's how I started the live last Thursday. And then we never went back to it, but I saw it all in the comments, all the, the way you guys were describing. Some of you were very, very positive words that you have for your life. Some of you have very negative words to say about your life. And if we think that we can do it and walk away unscathed and not affected, it's not true. Because again, our own words and thoughts have vibration. So we are energetically being affected by those too. If you're not familiar, oh, and his name just went out of my head. Here we go. Masuro Emoto. He's a Japanese man and he did all the water um, experiments. You probably have seen some of his works where he took water crystals and he'd take a positive word and they take a picture of it, up close, magnified picture of it as it is, and then they'll put a positive word on it, and they'll see what creates. And they'll take they took a negative word and they put it on that container of water or what have we, and they watched the way those the water crystals transformed just by the written word, the vibration of the written word on the container, the vessel that was holding the water. And those that containers that were labeled with negative words transformed into very grotesquely disfigured water crystals. And the words of positivity, they all transformed into the most beautiful, well, I'm getting chills, water crystals. Beautiful. So that alone, just take a look. Masuro Emoto, Emoto. Okay. Very well known. Take a look. If you're not sure, it'll convince you, I would hope, because how powerful. And that's just from the written word being put on that vessel. Imagine when we have the vibration of the spoken word, okay? Vibration of our thoughts. So it's also very, very important. It's not to make you guys so like uptight that you gotta be, you gotta be looking at every corner. No. You want to also kind of just, be as relaxed as you can, but at the same time, be in awareness. And I don't want to say I guarantee you, but I can almost guarantee you're gonna see your world in such a different way. And you're gonna have so much more joy and happiness in your life. It's just amazing. I'm walking proof of it. So it just, I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful that I walked that journey in that path because my perspective on life is so, so very different. So, okay, let me see. Sandra Dean, I am surrounded by narcissists and very negative people. Yeah, and it's really gotten to me and I'm struggling. I'm irritated, short, and overall disappointment. And not only my reactions, but to how they are treating me and how they are behaving in general. And we'll have to rewatch to see if I can find some guidance to the conversations. All right, Sandra. Yeah, I think hopefully maybe you'll be able to pull a few things from it. I get it. It's not an easy place to be. But one of the most important things, and I know some of others of you have talked about that, work on building your fortress. And I don't mean to shut people out, but I mean having your boundaries and work on having your fortress so that you can lock down when you need to. All right. So you can do this. You can do that. Okay, Natalie, you're working on that. Cool. Okay. Amy, love it. You can also do this experiment with apples. Our bodies are mostly water. Oh, really? Huh. I didn't know that with apples. And you're right. I didn't mention that part. Thank you, Amy. Talking about Masuro Emoto and his water experiments. It's true. Our physical bodies are mostly water. So think about the effect the vibrations are having on our physical body. All right. I love it. Thank you. Madison Grace says thank you. Oh, Joshua, she's very, very welcome. Tell her I'm giving her a hug. All right. Okay. Awesome. Dana, turning 30, I've seen a window of all the paths I took to get where I am today. The positives, the mistakes, the moments, everything. And it even made me feel I deserve more than what I have right now. I need balance and grounding. Yeah. It's true. Now, I do want to say you used a word in there that I don't believe in mistakes. I just believe there is. So I'm just that's just me, you guys. You have your vocabulary, but this is also to me a mistake is a negative thing. It's wrong. It's a mistake. That's why I don't believe in them because I believe everything is for a purpose. I believe everything is for our growth. So that's the way I look at it. But yes, you know, talking about my journey, being a survivor, all right. Um, it made me who I am today. So this is where just do it. Am I sitting here going, "Oh, gee, it's so okay, no problem"? No, not at all. I've had a lot of forgiveness work to do, and I have forgiven. Okay, I don't let it affect my world anymore. Okay, and I recognize that everything I went through is to bring me to today in this moment. So I am very grateful. Now, if you asked me on the human side, would you have chosen that again? Oh, no, probably not. No. But I also understand the lessons and the growth I've had. So, there's different ways of looking at things. That's where it shifted my perspective. This is the way I choose to do my best to look at life. All right. So, okay, Amy, the vibration frequency goes through our bodies and can form crystals with positive words, and negative words create chaos. I agree. Okay, Will, thank you. I will have a great weekend. Hey, Will, you didn't read it. You didn't sing happy birthday to me, honey. It's tomorrow. I sang to you. Just kidding. Okay, well, you have a great weekend too, sweetheart. I'm so glad you were here this evening. A lesson learned, yes. Pam, hi Pam. This evening is not psychic reading evening. It's Table Talk Thursdays. Wednesday, 11 a.m. Arizona time, the same as Pacific time, is when I do my weekly scheduled psychic mini reading live. I also do last minute psychic mini reading lives. So just go ahead, everyone. Make sure you're following and liking my Elyse Ann Psychic page, and your notifications are set to favorites. That way, you'll get notifications of when I do go live. So Pam, I hope you'll join my followers and my likers, and everyone invite your friends over to my page. I'm growing, and I'm looking to grow even more because that just means I reach more people, and I can help more people. And I can share with more people, and I give to more people. Yay. Okay. So, you're welcome, Pam. No problem. Linda Lou, I do agree with Elisa. It's all for a reason, although sometimes I catch myself on the other side of that. Hey, Linda Lou, I do too. Every once in a while, I'm still on that snarky side of things. Let me tell you. So yeah, no, I get it. I get it, honey, and it's okay. See, and when we hit those moments, we just gotta go, okay, I'm human. That's okay. It's okay if I felt that way or thought that. But now I'm going to shift it. Now I'm going to reword it. I'm going to rethink it. I'm going to put it into a positive. Everything negative can be shifted into a positive. I'm telling you, I'm a firm believer of that. All right. So I went, it's interesting. I don't know what possessed me. I saw my crystals. I have you know, I have my cards over here, and every deck has a crystal on. For some reason I've been playing with this one all night. Um I never really pick them up, but I did. So it's clear quartz. I see clear quartz as a clearing stone too. So, talk about crystals, selenite, clear quartz. Excuse me, guys. I think smoky quartz too has some clearing properties to them. So if you want to look at, some of these clear, because it'll help clear the negative energy. The other thing is, if you can, get a piece of rose quartz. It's all about unconditional love, and that's going to help you to build up into this more positive place, into the self love, the self respect, the self acceptance, and so forth. All right. Boy, gosh, guys, I got a little tickle in my throat here. So, all right, everyone. I think that covers us for tonight. Boy, this went all over the place. I had no clue, and it's so funny because I think I talked about a lot of different things than I really thought I was originally. But that's what it's all about. That's why we go with the flow, right? I love it, love it, love it. You notice I just go with the flow. Spirit brings something up. You guys bring something up. That's just what it's all about. So I just want to say to each and every one of you, I am so, so very blessed. Thank you so very much for supporting me in all the ways that you do. Your reviews, your Google reviews, your Facebook reviews, coming on my live, sharing it out to people, my live, sharing my page, inviting people, all the things that you do. Support me, have private sessions with me, pay for purchase your mini readings on those days. I am so very, very, very blessed every day to be able to do my work, to live my purpose. And it's all because of you guys. So keep helping me do it. Keep telling people about me. Keep inviting them to my page. Let's have some private sessions. Let's get deep in there. Let's dig out some good stuff and help you a little bit further along your path. That would be awesome. I would love that too. So, anyhow, with all that being said, all of you, thank you so much for being here tonight. I had a great time as always, and I'm hoping to see you again very, very soon. Have a great rest of your evening, afternoon, or morning, depending upon where you are in the world. Many blessings, much love, and I will see you all very soon. Thank you.